he came to you and he asked you for a threesome, would you do it?
Yeah.
2 girls or 2 guys?
2 guys.
Would you be down for that?
He wouldn't want that. Like, he would do 2 girls.
I'm more of a 2 girls guy.
So, honest question, right? If she gave you a guilt-free pass to sleep with anybody in the world, would you take it?
I don't really follow any like models or celebrities. That's not really my type, so probably no.
How about you?
Okay, like Aaron Judge.
I mean, I get
I
that.
love Aaron Judge.
What do you love about him?
Oh my god, he's 6'8". He plays for the New York Yankees. But he's married, so I don't want to dabble in that.
Yeah. So how big is it?
No, what's your body count?
My body count?
Yeah.
It's a 10.
You got 10? How do you smash? What's your favorite position?
What is my favorite position?
Yeah.
It's the doggy style.
How do you do that, hoe, if she's taller than you?
Huh?
How do you do it if she's taller than you?
Man, I tell her get on her knees. Like, get on her knees.
Feminists, what's the first insult every feminist will throw at a guy if she disagrees with him?
Every single time.
Little dick energy. First
But there
thing.
is little dick energy out there.
See, you're doing it. You're even doing it. So I ain't creating the insecurity. It's women who create the insecurity in the first place because they use it as a weapon against men. I'm trying to help guys.
Who hurt you is another one. Women love using perceived insecurities as a way to gaslight their victim into submission or emotional reactions.
Well, hey, last one. Have you ever tried to...
Oh, I do it all the time with my sneaky link.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey.
I do. Hey, you do anal because I do anal. I do anal with her only.
Oh my god! Wow!
Why did the transgender man only eat salad?
I don't know.
Because he was a herbivore.
Oh my god.
In California, you can go to prison if you misgender somebody. Oh yeah, you're okay with that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you think if I misgender somebody? Okay, so if I go up to somebody and I misgender them, I can face prison time, and you're okay with that?
Oh, yes.
Okay, that's the problem.
The problem
You're forcing speech.
is that... Okay, so if you went up to me and you're like, you're a man. If you came up to me and you told me...
I don't want to assume your gender, so I don't want you to tell me.
Okay, well, I abide by she, her, her.
Okay.
Alright. But...
And if I say him, I could face prison time in California, and you're okay with that. That's forcing speech. That is a form of fascism. That's the problem.
I think Americans are really ignorant about gender. They want to say that it's a social construct. They don't know the history of it. You all should look up Margaret Mead.
What do you mean that gender is not a social construct? Because there's so much psychological evidence to back that up.
Yes, okay, psychological evidence made by old white men at universities that we all bought into. They decided to like push this stuff down our throats. But I will say, like, Americans are just ignorant on the history of gender. There's a woman, Margaret Mead. She's an anthropologist. She observed that there were multiple genders in other cultures. They were all finite. There wasn't 72 genders, and it wasn't non-binary, it wasn't fluid. We like to say, like, gender is a social construct. Do we really know what that means? Are we educated on it?
You just described gender being a social construct just now when you say that other cultures...
Yeah, right.
First world problems. It's amazing how much content can be sucked out of the same question being repeated over and over again. It doesn't matter how many podcasts raise this issue. This system will continue pushing its agenda.
Wait, why not be obedient to the man that you want to be with? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Because I'm not his child or property.
That's how but if he's gonna take responsibility and provide everything and be,
I will let him lead.
You will let him? You will let him?
You're supposed to let him. You're supposed to have
I'm
him.
I'm not saying I'm not going to be obedient. I'm saying in a sense.
But why not be obedient to your leader?
Hold on. I got this. Pastor First stepping in here.
Yeah.
So you're Catholic, right? So do you read your Bible?
Yes.
What does your Bible say about marriage?
Marriage is a vow.
Under what?
It's a sacred vow.
Under what?
The Lord, yeah.
The Lord's understanding.
Mm-hmm.
And what does that mean? God, man, woman, kids. So
So by default, she's saying what the Bible says. You're saying, oh, you know what? I'm making my own rules, so I don't have to be a dog.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying the way she sounded. I can interpret her the way she sounded.
So how she said it?
How she said it. I'm not saying that. I'm not
How
saying
you said it, Myran?
But I'm saying it sounded like if you're gonna say that. I'm saying if you're.
I read today about a 10-year-old girl with Down syndrome who was taken from her mother and put in a cage. I read about did you say want to a 10-year-old with Down syndrome being taken from her mother?
You can pick anything
How
you
dare
want,
you?
but the bottom line is very
dare
clear.
You?
When you cross
absolutely
the border,
dare you?
What gender do you think I am?
I would assume you're female.
Yeah, see, you're making assumptions.
Yes.
I identify as non-binary.
I don't, respectfully, it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Now, let me ask you this. What pronoun should I use?
You should use they, them pronouns. So you saying that you don't believe me.
What if I don't?
If you don't, I would consider that disrespectful, and that's actually an act of violence to misgender a trans person.
It's an act of violence.
That is an act of violence to intentionally misgender someone, yes.
Here we come to the issue, and this is why I'm out here. You just said that's an act of violence. That means it's an actionable offense. That means it's a crime.
They use these low IQ identity politics as a way to censor everyone. They're being used as useful idiots while critical thinking and thought start to mash together into a compromise of their real agenda.
Do women create a culture of podcasting and memes ridiculing men who are under 6 feet tall?
Yes.
Do I tell a 5'10" guy is low value?
Yes.
In retaliation.
Call her daddy.
I don't want that.
Call her daddy. The biggest podcast in the world.
$50 million. I'm just saying I have yet to see a blue pill podcast.
No, it's not blue pill podcast because no. There's all these things. What do you call a guy who's 5'11"? A friend? You haven't seen this meme?
Watch anything by Ben Shapiro and Matt Walsh.
Absolutely.
You'll see a blue pill podcast.
They crucify men, and they actually show when you look at dating apps. They show Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge. They show a distribution of what women find attractive, and 6'3" is actually the prime number. Once you get above 6'3", 6'6", it actually starts to drop. At 6 feet tall, you're still really high. It goes 6 feet, and at 5'11", it plummets. The United States, at 5'11", it plummets. Yes, men do get ridiculed for being short. Yes, they do.
That's not being ridiculed.
Yeah, they're not being chosen selectively, and they're being made fun of for being short.
That's your body count or your dirtiest kink.
My body count's actually not that high. Someone said to me the other day it was mad, and I was like, no. But my dirtiest kink,
yeah,
it's like spitting all over the face and like foul play.
Foul play?
Like,
what does that mean?
Spitting, you're like, take that, you little bitch. And I'm like,
oh my god, look at her tits.
No!
Hey, anyone would look. If someone tells you to look at a pair of tits, you look.
I walk around saying I'm a billionaire, but I have $1,000 in my bank account. Am I a billionaire? No, I'm not, because it's objective. There's a real thing. The point is, I can say I want to be a billionaire. I can say I want to strive for that goal. That's totally fine. But I objectively am not a billionaire.
So I'm supposed to sit here and be like, oh, I want to be a 10.
Yes.
No.
Yes. It's called self-improvement. You can't self-improve if you're a 10 out of 10.
Okay, so what? Okay, no, wait.
You put your mind to the spot
tell
you
me
can't
what I
do
have
any
to
better.
do to look better. Tell me right now what I have to do to make myself a 10.
Drop the attitude.
These types of women grow up thinking they can attract a man by competing with him and being non-agreeable, but that's the last thing a man wants in a woman. Disagreeable women aren't attractive. End of story.
This is what happened to a teacher who took away a student's phone. The student first pepper sprayed her teacher in the classroom before doing it again in the hallway as she demanded her phone back. She apparently had her phone taken away for Googling test answers.